Hello, happy Friday. My name is Nnamdi Osuagwu, host of the Tech Behind FinTech. Thanks for joining. Another Friday. Today's February 4th, and we discuss the technology behind FinTech. Today, we're going over some recent news events, and we'll be going through that during our webcast. Very excited to be here as always. Let me switch off and to comments. If you're out there, chime in on the comments. So look, we're streaming on YouTube. We're streaming on LinkedIn. We're streaming on Facebook and Twitch. Also directly from our website, the Tech Behind FinTech, via those links, you can see us. So what are we going to get into today? Let's see. Got a couple of articles that we found interesting that we're going to tackle. Let's go into. Let's add this to this screen. All right. First one is DM. So I don't know if you remember this, but like last year, we during our segment. So here's how our show works. Usually, when we have a guest or a topic, regardless of which, we always talk about the current news articles of the week first. That's what we do, and then we dive in to our show. So last year we talked about Libra. That was the original name for Facebook stablecoin that was going to come out. Eventually, that name they rebranded it, changed it to DM. Um, but recently, what has happened? It is a wrap for DM due to regulatory roadblock blocks. So basically, the cryptocurrency project backed by Meta CEO, Meta, that's the new name of Facebook, is shutting down. They announced it on Monday, the sale of DM's assets, citing continuing resistance from federal regulators. Um, their intellectual property and other assets related to running the DM payment network were sold to Silvergate Capital. Um, Last week, Bloomberg reported that DM was considering liquidating its assets in order to return capital to investors. So let's just go. Facebook provided about a third of the funding for the project. They said it's been scaled back since it was first pitched as Libra in 2019 for as a global by Facebook as a global stablecoin. Like Facebook, the cryptocurrency rebranded, adopting DM name in December 2020. Yeah, we definitely we were talking about this. Um, Other news. So it was the project was of the DM Association, which Facebook originally co-founded as Libra. The association would have served as its monetary authority. The project was designed to empower billions of people, and organizers cited 1.7 billion adults without bank accounts who would have been able to use the currency. So it's pretty much over for DM. So that was Facebook's venture to stable coins. So let's see what is next on our list to tackle. So as we know, this week with Meta, the parent company of Facebook, they saw their largest single day slide in the market value ever, with a 26% fall on Thursday after the tech giant revealed disappointing earnings and the decline in daily active members. When I was reading it, I think a lot of the decline, ironically, TikTok is gaining some market share in terms of social media users. Um, but what does that mean for others? Decentraland, Metaverse um, tokens. So, two, for instance, one is Mana. That's from Decentraland. Though is it related? Is it because Meta went down, Decentraland went up, or other Metaverse tokens? Might be some association, but some new development. So uh, Decentraland released its 2022 manifesto announcing a prototype mobile app, improvements to its play experience, greater utility of NFTs, and protocol enhancements. Now, that's definitely an episode that I would love to dive into in the future. Let me just make sure there are no comments. Yeah, because wait, ooh, we skipped ahead. You're not supposed to see that just yet. So yeah, I would love to dive into that. I don't know if you had a chance to visit, but usually on the website going into Decentraland, you're this avatar and you're just walking around. People are buying, there's plots of lands for sale on the platform, but you have to buy it with their currency called mana. So, whether you buy mana directly, or you exchange it for an existing cryptocurrency. And we're talking about, some properties are in the millions, if you convert that to USD. So it's a very interesting project. So coming out with a mobile app, that's a game changer. So because right now it's more of a web experience. Another metaverse project, the Sandbox team announced a partnership with Unix Gaming, a decentralized autonomous organization, and the release of more land in its metaverse slated for February 10th. I think land might be their currency. I'm curious about that. I don't want to make that might be wrong on that because it's been a while since I looked at Sandbox. I've been more focused on Decentraland, but let's look that up. Let's look up the land Sandbox crypto. I'm kind of curious, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think no, it's Sand. That's their that's their that's their crypto. Had to make sure that. Yeah, it's not. So yeah, I was more so playing around with Decentraland. I think I went on Sandbox once, but Decentraland is pretty cool. All right, let's see what is going on. First, let's see if there's any comments going on. If you're out there, definitely shout out a happy Friday. All right. Next article that we found interesting. So this one was so the US lawmakers basically reintroduced a bill to stop the IRS from taxing crypto for transactions under $200. Um, so there's currently a draft called the Virtual Currency Tax Fairness Act of 2022. Washington Representative Suzanne Bean is seeking to amend the internal IRS code of 1986 to exclude gains from certain personal transactions of virtual currency. So, right now, if you own crypto and you make a sale, it's considered a capital gain, and you have to report it. So what the bill is aiming to exempt crypto users from paying taxes on transactions under $200. I mean, if you think about it, if you're trading back and forth crypto, that could be very tedious to start accounting for these little fluctuations for profits in the under $200. Like you're making $5, $10 here and there. So totally for this type of bill. Let's see what they say here. Antiquated regulations around virtual currency do not take into account its potential for use in our daily lives, instead treating it more like a stock or ETF, said Delbane. Virtual currency has evolved rapidly in the past few years with more opportunities to use it in our everyday lives. The U.S. must stay on top of these changes and ensure that our tax code evolves with our use of virtual currency. So currently under tax law, the capital gain rate is roughly 20%. Deadline for residents to file taxes on both crypto and fiat income is April 18th. So interesting right there. Second. Okay, cut that off. All right, what's next on the agenda? See what's going on. Oh, this is like really interesting. So Coinbase is partnered with TurboTax, and you can receive your tax refunds in crypto as part of that deal. Let's look into that. So the exchange said users could send the funds to their Coinbase account in fiat, which is like USD money, or automatically convert it to crypto with no trading fees. Um, so yeah, tax filing platform TurboTax is allowing U.S. filers to get their refunds directly in crypto as part of an arrangement with crypto exchange Coinbase. It came out on Thursday. Coinbase had a blog post on it Thursday. So, and also the offer is applied for both state and federal income tax. So if you use TurboTax and you have a Coinbase account, you can get, if you want to, obviously, you can get your refund in crypto with no trading fees. Right? And that's any type of cryptocurrency that is supported on Coinbase. So it doesn't only have to be Bitcoin. It could be Ethereum or Aave or Solana or whatever crypto you're interested in. So very interesting. It's like you start thinking about it, you see like, I don't know, the different changes that are happening with the different types of monetary transaction, whether it's virtual currency, whether it's fiat. Like I said, I'm just fascinated by the whole thing, and it's like I feel like I'm watching it from the outside in, and things are slowly transforming and happening, and it's just trying to take it all in and just see where things are going. It's the most interesting part of this whole story. Okay. Oh, this next article. All right. So in looking, oh wait, no, we're jumping too much. We don't want to go there just yet. Did we skip? Oh wow, I didn't put it in. But so I could talk through this next one before I get into the city coin. There was an article, we don't have a picture for it, but we're just going to talk about it. Essentially, so El Salvador, we know about it. We've been talking about this for the last month, how El Salvador is, you know, they're all in with Bitcoin essentially. But the problem is in education, right? A lot of their the people, they don't understand, they don't have knowledge of Bitcoin at all. So I think, what's the percentage? It was a percentage that I saw. It was like 90%. Yeah, 90% of El Salvadorans described their knowledge of Bitcoin as poor or non-existent last year, despite Bitcoin becoming a legal tender in El Salvador. So in partnership with peer-to-peer network called Paxful, they are launching an education center. It's called La Casa del Bitcoin. And it will also, it's a new educational and training center in El Salvador to enable free learning opportunities related to BTC. Look, it's with anything that we see, right? Like when you introduce new technology and you want people to adopt it and start utilizing it, the biggest barrier is education, understanding it. And I mean, and that goes for anything. I mean, you even have we look at industry and we look at the tools that we use. If the people don't understand how to use the tools, they're going to have a hard time adopting it. So that's just in general with any type of technology, whether it's everyday use, whether you're looking at complex projects in which you're bringing on for your particular organization and so forth. You have to understand it. You have to. That's the only way to gain some a massive adoption is understanding it. So I think offering free education is the right move. And this particular company that's working with them is a peer-to-peer crypto platform. So what does that mean? It means you can exchange crypto like you and another person. It's peer-to-peer network. So it's definitely beneficial that they have that in place, right? Because it could help their company. According to Will Hernandez, director of Latin American growth at Paxful, the company saw a 300% increase in Salvadoran users. What we're witnessing is a moment of transformation in El Salvador. Peer-to-peer platforms are driving adoption in emerging markets, and as people-powered platform, we understand that education is crucial to the next wave of it. That's what I just said. Yeah, totally. It makes sense. It's a good move on their part. Um, Now let's jump back into something else we want to talk about. This one, yeah. So Philly is ready for City Coin, says City Council. So, very interesting on this note. So let's just go into City Coins is a software application on the STX blockchain that helps city governments create unique cryptocurrency. Transactions on Stacks settle in the Bitcoin. So right now, the two cities that are that are using it, that are fully enabled, are New York City and Miami. Um, they're using it to increase their treasury holding. 30% of mine STX tokens are sent to the city's wallet, then sold for US dollars, which goes directly into the city treasury. Miners retain the rest. Um, so, I mean, right now on the let's read some more stuff going on. So, basically with the City Coin platform, it's a smart contract on top of uh, Bitcoin. So you get BTC reward. So it's very interesting. On the site, they also have Austin and San Francisco, but their contracts are not enabled yet, so it's not in use. So what it looks like from a Philly perspective, their city council is moving in that direction. So yeah, no, the Citicoin project, in actually, um, full transparency, in preparing for today's show, I just really like learned about it, and then kind of I started to like dive in. So it's something that I find very interesting. Let's go further into City Coins. So essentially, it is open source. Um, They have four main features: activation. So City coins only exist through mining, which does not begin until 20 independent wallets signal activation after the contract is deployed. So there's no ICO, no pre-sale, no pre-mine. Mining, anyone can mine City coins by submitting STX into a City coin smart contract on the Stacks blockchain. 30% of the STX that miners forward is sent directly to a reserve wallet for the city. Stacking. So I think they say they have a term called stacking, but it sounds a lot like staking. Anyone can stack city coins by locking them into a city coin smart contract for selected reward cycles and receive a portion of the remaining 70% of the STX sent by miners. And the programming language they use is called Clarity, the language that powers the smart contracts on Stack. City coins open up endless possibilities for utility, including new opportunities for developers, entrepreneurs, residents, and more. Uh, Very interesting. We've been talking about it. I mean, both the mayors in New York and Miami have converted their salaries, or portions of their salaries, over to cryptocurrency. We talked about that, I think, a week ago with Mayor Adams in New York and so forth. So they definitely want to lead their cities in this crypto wave. So city coins is something I'm going to be actually personally following up on, because I want to learn more about it. Definitely find it interesting. So, those are the articles for today that we wanted to go over. But no, it's a whole interesting concept with city coins, especially the stacking, or what they call stacking. Like I said, it's similar to what staking, the concept of staking is. But also the mining opportunities. So it's relatively new, and it seems like other cities are jumping on board. Like I said, if you go to their site, I mean, Philly is still early in the process, but San Francisco and Austin, they pretty much signed up, but their contracts are not enabled yet. So it's not live as of right now. But I definitely want to learn more about it. So it's probably going to be something we'll be talking about in upcoming episodes as more research is done. Wow, that was a full, went hard for like 19, 20 minutes. Any comments out there? I'm not seeing any comments, so it's all good. But listen, as always, have a happy and joyful weekend. My name is Nnamdi Osuagwu. I'm the host of the Tech Behind FinTech. I'm gonna put our website, as always. I'm gonna put a link to our website. We have some past episodes linked there, and links to our YouTube page, where you can see past episodes last year with guests and so forth. Uh, okay, let me put that in the let me put that in the chat. Advertise our website. Second, guys. Find website. 1 second. Make it now. All right, cool. I'm gonna post it on our post it here for our LinkedIn. So definitely that's our website. I think we had an issue posting on Facebook. Strange. Hmm. Anyway, you can see it on the screen, so it's there. That's our website. You can catch our show weekly, 12 p.m. EST, directly from the website or the channels that we stream to. So that here. Thanks all for your time today. It's been another great episode. Love coming and catching up with everyone, talking about some of these news articles that I read in regards to fintech, crypto, and so forth. Soon we'll be delving into insurance, so that should be very interesting as well. Do why we do a future series on that? Some things we want to talk about with security. It all kind of relates and so forth. So that should be interesting. What else? I think that's it. As always, thank you for your time and have a great, marvelous, spectacular weekend. Cheers.